everyone. Last week we did a lot of leg work. Today we're going to do some arm work, and we're going to do it at home. You can do this anywhere you have a nice flat wall. So the basic thing about this is that it is not weight bearing. You don't need any extra equipment. You just need a wall, and it will be strenuous, but it's supposed to be fluid and smooth and good for the posture and good for the shoulders. So if you feel a catch or a pinch, you have to kind of dial it back and figure out what ways you can turn on some muscles to work around it. And that's hard to explain. And if you need some more clarification, come to the fitness center and I'll be happy to help you on out. But the first exercise starts off pretty simple. We're going to start with our hands away from the wall, elbows pinched against it. We want to keep most of our body against the wall. And we're just going to simply rotate so that our fingertips touch the wall. Rotate on down and rotate on up. Don't worry about too much about like where your arms are. Not that big of a deal. In fact, you can do it with all sorts of different angles. The same premise remains the same. And it should be smooth. If you have a pop and a click each time in your shoulder, you have to kind of stop and assess. Like, does it feel better if you go down here? Does it feel better if you're up higher? Does it feel better if your arms are out like this? It's all good. You add variety as you can. Go and touch. And ultimately you're trying to get everything, like the back of the wrist against the wall too. We're going to do a little swim routine. Stay against the wall, maybe like a foot or so, and reach up with one hand, dead straight, keep your torso centered, and touch the wall with your fingertips again. Swing out and around, and repeat the other hand. Straight back, touch, swim out. If you feel good, you can walk a little further away, touch, swim out. My arm is doing a lot of bending. Like I'm trying to get it back behind my ear. What you want to avoid on this is doing too much of a back bend, especially from the lower back. Like watch how I can pull my hand way over here on my face, that angle. If I bend my back, I can still hit the wall. What I want to do is have that shoulder flexibility and touch on back. And if you get good and you want a back bend, you can step further away. And then it's all good. As long as you have this hand go on up, right past your ear, you should not be able to see it. Or at least that's the goal. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. But you want to keep working on it. Smooth glide up, touch, and come back. And the last variation that's harder yet is to use both hands at once, but it's the same concept. I'm going to keep you at the profile view. I want to go up with two hands, past the ears, touch, swim down. Jump past the ears. Reach for it. Try to keep the arms straight. Go on down. That's another thing that's challenging. Raise up. Try not to bend too much with this. Push the arms. And if you want to go harder, challenge yourself as far as you can go. You can touch and swim.